Good morning, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the pretty good weekend we had. All those leaves coming down, a lot of work in the yards, but it is what it is. But today is another great feast in the Church of the North American Martyrs. These are the French Jesuits and Oblates that came down up and through Montreal and Quebec in trying to bring the faith, the gospel message of Jesus Christ to the Hurons and the Iroquois Indians. The time frame for them was they were killed 25 years after the founding of Plymouth Plantation in 1620. I mean, it's just amazing when you think of it. But yet they came from France and they came to the New World to plant the seeds of faith among the Indians. We have an icon on the wall here of the flower of the Mohegans, Catherine Tekakwitha. And it was because of their efforts that she came to fruition in faith. And it's just a reminder to me of the readings from yesterday's Mass, from Sunday's Mass, that first reading from the prophet Isaiah, the story about Cyrus the king, who was not Jewish, he was pagan, and how God used him to accomplish his purposes of freeing the people of Israel who were captive in Babylonia, and how they were back to Israel. Throughout the centuries, God continues to send us people like Cyrus to help show us the way, to save us, to help us. The church has saints, and any Catholic church has saints all over the place. St. Agnes has a lot of them. Go to St. Leonard's in the North End. I mean, there's a rows and rows about saints because there's a saint for every occasion. There's a saint for every person because they're all so different, just like we're different. But they have one thing in common, their love of God and wanting to share that love and joy with all they meet. And so God gives us these helpers, these Cyruses in our own lives that can give us hope, that can give us joy. I mentioned in my homily yesterday how God's helping hands are all around us. Think of the people in hospitals, the medical care people, and the hours upon hours of exhaustion in caring for COVID patients as well as the regular patients. Think about those who are delivering medicines and food to the homeless, the homebound, the homeless, caring for them. Think about the workers at the supermarkets who've been there hour upon hour, day after day, taking care of us so that we could eat. Think about those who are operating food pantries and soup kitchens. Think of our own St. Vincent de Paul, who are feeding so many in the Reading Catholic community. And the list goes on and on. And see, he's calling you and me to be his hands in the world around us. You may be aware of these books that are in our parishes, Rediscovering the Saints. Walk with the saints, because they'll give you hope and they'll give you joy because God is working through them. So this week, as we embrace the changes that come and the weather and everything else, let us ask God to fill us with his joy. And let us ask him to help us to become Cyrus in the world, that we can be his helping hands, leading all people to him. God bless and have a great week.